I want to testify that for many years, since the Lord brought me to His church at a very young age, in that first prophecy, He told me that He knew my heart and that despite my young age, I had a great longing in my heart to become a professional, and that He would fulfill this desire and He would help me and He would allow me to study in one of the best universities, that He would place helpers along the way and that I wouldn't have to pay a single dollar for my education. And brothers and sisters, when I finished high school, the Lord allowed me to attend one of the best universities in the country, the best university for my career. It's a very difficult university to get into, but the Lord in His mercy allowed me on my first try to get accepted and receive a scholarship for my GPA. After this, the pandemic came, and the Lord allowed me to be a beneficiary of a government policy that provided free education, and the government paid my tuition every semester. The Lord would speak to me and would tell me, I am your companion, I am your professor, rely on me, seek me. And on many occasions, I dealt with subjects that were very difficult, and I would pray to God, show Him the notes I had taken. I showed Him everything. And the Lord, in His infinite mercy, the nights before my exams, He gave me dreams with our beloved Sister Maria Luisa, and she would sit with me and teach me with a smile on her face. She would explain things and would even go over some questions with me. And what's most beautiful is that the following days, I would take my test, and the questions on the exam were exactly the same ones that the Lord showed me in the dreams. And towards the end of completing my degree, He spoke to me and He told me that He saw how I always thanked Him and always gave Him the glory, and that doing so had pleased Him, and He was going to be showing me even more how He was with me and would grant me those first places. And brothers and sisters, on Monday, I had to present my thesis defense, and to give honor and glory to the Lord, I testify that He allowed me not only to pass all my courses, but also allowed me to obtain the highest possible score, a perfect score, on my thesis.
I'd like to testify to exalt the name of the Lord. On Thursday, I had a strong desire to go to church because that is what always makes me happy. And when the morning began, the enemy started placing a lot of obstacles. I went out with my wife and we were in our car and a motorcycle almost hit us. Thankfully, I was able to dodge it. Then a black car came out of nowhere and hit us, and we had a small accident. We were able to continue. We arrived home to get ready to go to church. When I was going to go and close the door, I slipped because the sole of my shoe was wet. And the fall that I had was very hard. I should not be here today testifying. I should be in a funeral home. But the greatness of the Lord was manifested because the Lord protected me. And after I saw what happened to my head in that video, my head basically bounced like a ball, and it should have broken my neck or cracked my head open, but I didn't stop. My wife said, let's go to the doctor. And I said, no, I'm going to church because I know the Lord is going to bless me. And we arrived at church. I was in pain, and there was a big surprise because Sister Raquel and Brother Carlos Alberto came in. And the Lord had told me that through His instruments, His children, that the Lord would be blessing me. That's why the enemy did not want me to go on Thursday to church, because the brother and sister were here. And I left church and went to the doctor, and they were surprised when I showed them the video because it was a very hard fall. But it was amazing because I couldn't walk well. It affected my back, my knee, my neck. It was a very strong pain, as if I had an aneurysm. And they x-rayed me 20 times and everything came back normal. There were no fractures. Then yesterday, I was in great pain. I couldn't walk. And I said, Lord, I'm not going to lie down. Yesterday, I didn't read the Bible, but Lord, today I'm going to get up and read the Bible. I'm going to search the scriptures. And I was reading in 2 Chronicles, where it demonstrates the greatness of Solomon. And I said, Lord, in Matthew, you said that there was someone greater than Jonah and someone greater than Solomon, and it's the Lord Jesus Christ, just like Sister Maria Luisa preaches to us. You are here with us. And I said, Lord, how beautiful and wonderful is your power. I finished reading the Bible and I got up and my pain was gone. I felt strong. I no longer felt any pain. There was nothing wrong with me. And I told my wife, look, I'm jumping. There's nothing wrong with me. Today I'm here as if nothing had ever happened to me, and the Lord glorified himself. The greatness is for the Lord.